Hey guys, Shadows906 here, and I'm going to continue reading my story of One True Love, Jeff the Killer love story. And yeah, let's get going. Chapter 6. As I was waiting, I was really confused on why he even started to try and kill me in the first place. I almost forgot that he was an insane killer that kills people for fun. Right then, there was the sound of thunder, and it made me jump and break me from my thoughts. When the flash of lightning came, I saw that Jeff broke the door down and had a crazed look. He looked even more insane than before. "Now I got you," he said in a creepy, dark voice. I have heard many creepy things before, but from him, he sounded the most creepiest. He also looked more creepy even with the lightning, but something about him seems different that I like. Weird. Wait, what? I shook my head at that thought. "Don't think like that," I mentally said. I looked at him, and his hair was in his face, which caused a shadow hiding his eyes, and he slouched a bit with his knife in hand. I quickly got in defense position and got ready for him to strike. Right as I did that, he came at me with an insane laughter. I quickly dodged. His attack and hit him with the edge on my sword handle on his back and kicked him towards the wall. He groaned after that with little pain. I then turned quickly around with my sword and swung it and tried to cut Jeff, but then I noticed he recovered fairly quickly and dodged my attack with his knife. I mean, seriously, how can he dodge that with a little kitchen knife when I had a sword that is almost as big as me? 1 hour later. We were fighting already for an hour, and we both had cuts all over and panting. I'm not sure like last time that I kept back my healing powers a little, trying not to show as much of my special abilities. I noticed I had gotten pretty good in his shoulder, so he was holding his arm, blood oozing out. He started to laugh again, and not cheerful kind of laugh. We stopped a few seconds, and then Jeff took me by surprise and slammed me against the wall, knocking my sword out of my hand and out of reach. He started to strangle me, and he said one and his most famous phrase: "Time for you to go to sleep," he whispered. Then he stabbed me in the stomach, which went completely through and out my back. He then let go of my neck and took his knife out of my stomach roughly. I winced when he did that. Then I fell to the floor, clutching my stomach. I glanced at Jeff walking away while grinning. I did feel the pain, but not super bad as normal people would, and end up bleeding to death. As for me, I just healed enough to stop bleeding. I quickly got up, and then I ran towards Jeff and pushed him out the window, which caused us both to fall out. The window did break in the process, but I didn't care. I just wanted to stop him from trying to kill me. When he went out the window, we both fell down on the wet, muddy grass, the rain pouring, in which we were already starting to get soaked. I was on top of Jeff, pinning him down, and I noticed that his knife was flown across the yard out of his reach. "You really think that I would die that easy? You should really think before you kill someone. You don't know what kind of surprise..." Sorry, people. I need to reread that. Character voices. I'm sorry. You really think that I could die that easy? You should really think before you kill someone. You don't know what kind of surprises they may have. I said in a sing-song type of voice in his ear. I felt him tense up under me since he was in shock that I still have not died. Ugh! Get off of me! He yelled in irritation. He squirmed, trying to get out of my grip. Oh, is the killer mad? I said in a sad baby voice. Shut the hell up and get off of me now! He yelled. Right after that, I then felt a huge shock of pain throughout my body. And then I stumbled off of Jeff, with my hands on my head, trying to ease the pain. But of course that didn't help. I closed my eyes shut since that pain was so bad. Then when I opened my eyes again, I saw that my vision was getting blurry. But also, I was able to see that Jeff got up and went after his knife. I wondered if he would leave, but that question went away when I saw him come closer to me with his knife. When he was closer to me, I tensed up a little and fell on my knees, and then to my side, blacking out. Oh man, I will be in crazy trouble, or either that killer will be surprised if he tries to actually help me. Well, since I was blacked out, I was not sure of his actions, so I just went with he left to the other victim's house and left me alone to die in the rain and such. Time skipped by Smile Dog. Woof woof. Jeff's point of view. When I was about to leave, when I stabbed Shadow Ice, I noticed that she got up real quickly. In my surprise, since she should be crying in pain, she then ran towards me and pushed us through the window, breaking in the process. We fell on the wet, muddy grass, and her on top of me. The rain not helping at all, making us soaking wet. She pinned me, and I noticed that when we fell, my knife flew across the yard, but then the girl got close to my head and whispered in my ear, "You really think that I could die that easy? You should really think before you kill someone. You don't even know what kind of surprises they may have." I tensed up after that. What did she mean by surprise? Well, whatever. I'm just tired of her messing around. I got irritated, then yelled, "Get off of me!" I was not in my happy mood now. I tried to get out of her grip, but she was really strong, and she didn't even look like she barely wakes out. "Oh, is the killer mad?" She then randomly said in a sad baby tone. I then yelled even more, "Shut the hell up and get off of me! Now!" I then felt her loosen her grip and fell beside me. I then looked at her confused on why she fell beside me until I saw that she was in pain for some reason. I took the chance and got up quickly to get my knife. It really sucks since it's raining, and I really do like rain, but fighting on a muddy lawn is not so great. Once I got my knife, I looked back at Shadow Ice, and she started to get up. I started towards her again, but then sort of froze. Really, what is going on with me? I should not be caring for a mortal like her. I just stared at her for a while when she stood up, and then she stared back at me. She fell real quickly after she stood a few seconds. Then she blacked out. I continued to stare at her in awe since I didn't know what was going on with her. Should I take her back with me? What am I thinking? I shouldn't. I couldn't. But then I saw her sleeping or passed out. Limp body. She did look gorgeous, even though she is covered in mud a little. Come on! I yelled in frustration. I just deeply sighed. I didn't know what to do at this point, so I just went with it and picked her up and took her back with me to the mansion. She felt really hot, like her body was like burning. I was confused, and I think I might have to talk to Slender about this. After a while of walking, I spotted the mansion, and once I was on the porch, I opened the door and walked inside, ignoring whoever was watching me. "Hey, Jeff, Who's the chick? Ben yelled out as he paused his game. Masky, Hoodie, EJ all looked at me surprised I brought someone home with me from my killing spree. None of your business, I yelled back. Oh, is Jeff finally got a girlfriend? Ben cooed. I turned at him to pink. No, I don't, I yelled back, letting Ben know that I was not in the mood. Right when I was heading upstairs, Slender teleported in front of me. Hello, Jeffrey. Who is this you brought home with you? He asked. Her name, I think, was Shadow Eyes, and I brought her here to ask you a favor, I mentally said to him. I didn't want anyone to know that I worried for her. I didn't want to find out. I just wanted to find out what is going on with her now that she just passed out all of a sudden, and why she hasn't died from my stabs, and why she blacked out during our fight, and also why she's really burning up. She's burning the hell out of me right now. Alright, child. He then teleported us into the medic room, and I placed Shadow Eyes on the bed. Chapter 7. As I sat Shadow Eyes down, Slender then started talking. Child, what is the reason for the girl? He asked. I was not sure, I just had the weird feeling to help her and find out what she really is, since she hasn't been dying from my killings. I tried to kill her twice, but she never died. After our fight a while ago, she just randomly passed out when I yelled at her. Well, Jeffrey, it looks as if she is able to heal herself in no matter the condition, but I may look at her some more to see what she can do and why she is in her condition. Don't call me that. And alright. Also, when I touched her skin, she felt like she was on fire. I don't know what's going on with her, but she must be in great pain if she starts to randomly start to burn up. I said, alright, child. I will see with her and find out more. Now go and tell EJ to come down and help me with this. Alright. I then went back upstairs to the living room to tell EJ that Slenderman needed him in the medic room, then left upstairs to my room. I wonder if Shadow Eyes will be wait, no. Stop thinking that. What is she doing to me? Man, I really don't know why she gives me this feeling. When I was fighting her, she was a real badass person and very strong, but she was also a very beautiful person as well, but not as beautiful as me though. I grin at my own comment. I went to take a quick shower since I was all wet and muddy. After a few minutes, I got out and dressed in black v-neck and gray sweats. Then went to go lay down, wondering what that girl's going to do to me. What that girl is doing to me. Time skipped by Sally. Yay! Shadow Eyes point of view. I was still blacked out for what felt like hours and had a feeling that I was brought here somewhere. I heard voices after that though. After that thought. And knew I was definitely not home. Slender, I don't know what is really happening to her, but to my guess it is that she's starting to change her form, meaning she is not no normal human. I heard a boy's voice that sounded a little deep. Oh man, they already found out that I can change my form already? Jeez, I hope they won't do anything crazy to me when they see what I am. Alright then, Eyeless Jack. So we now know she is not human. Have you found out more of her, or what more she might be able to do? The guy known as Slender said, with a weird voice that almost sounded it had a mixture of static. They were talking, as they were talking, I was still blacked out, but I then felt a shock through my body, knowing that I had regained the ability to move, but then I felt that huge pain again. I really hate having this problem every month. I've gotten more used to it, but it still hurts like hell. I then opened my eyes wide, and from the pain I screamed loud and started to struggle. And then certain bones in my body started to shift. Here we go again. I screamed again, and then I haven't noticed, but the two guys known as Alex, Jack, and Slender was watching in awe and worry in their eyes, seeing that I was shifting already. I don't really fully shift until the full moon, so yeah, and this was only a week before it too. Whoa, Slender, she's part wolf, Alex, Jack stated. Of course she is, in which we now know she is part werewolf as well. I was worried that someone already found out part of my secret, but after I was shifted, I blacked out again. I wonder if they will treat me like I'm not to be in this world. Man, I just hope they would at least not go crazy and tell people about my secret. Oh well, let's get some of my secret out to someone, huh? Slender's point of view. When I was talking to Alice Jack, I noticed that the girl was already shifting. She might be in need here. I might as well talk to her after she is fully recovered. Well, Slender, she's part wolf, Alice Jack explained. Of course she is, in which we now know she is part werewolf as well. After we seen her shift, she stopped moving and ended up calming down again. Make sure to accompany her when she wakes up, and help her meet all apostles in the house, in the mansion. Okay, Slender. I then teleported to the living room, in which I found Ben and Jeff fighting again. What is going on here? I yelled. Everyone paused. Ben fucking cheated again, Jeff yelled. No, I didn't. You just aren't good at beating me. I suck at voices, sorry people. 'Cause you cheated. Stop it, both of you. Ben, you are grounded off the TV for a week, and Jeff, no killing as well. They both gasped and then both went to their rooms, mumbling something I could not understand. I just can't get them to stop fighting over nonsense. I just pinched my temples and just teleported to the kitchen to make dinner. As I finished dinner, I made sure to tell Masky to tell the others dinner is ready. Once everyone was there, I handed them plates full of steak and mashed potatoes. Everyone ate, but most ate their own type of food. As always, and then I spoke to Alice Jack after he was done. And I asked him if the girl was doing alright. Has she awoken yet? No, but I think she might wake up soon since she seems to be more active in her sleep. Thank you, child. You are dismissed. After our talk, I made sure that since Jeff brought her in, he would be able to look after her and make sure she would be comfortable in the mansion, even though knowing he might reject this offer. I soon teleported to my studies to see what this girl might really be. Time skip to next morning. Shadow's point of view. I woke up in a room, my eyes adjusting to the darkness, and the light in the room didn't really help. I saw that there were medical equipment, and then I smelled a metallic fragrance in the air that would usually make me crazy with my B-side, but for some reason I was not, since it was not fresh. I started to sit up and examine the room more. Then I noticed that I was on a medic bed, and also it seemed that I was in a basement. There was one small barred window that was high towards the ceiling, and the ceiling was huge. I jumped at the sound of footsteps and saw someone with a blue mask. and had no eyes, with black goo dripping from it. What happened to him? I questioned myself. I just shook my head and left that thought for later. The guy then spoke. So you're finally awake. Nice to see that you are fine. Nice to see that you are fine. The blue mask guy said. Where am I? I stuttered, since I was being held somewhere not recognizable to me. I was worried. Well, you're in the Slender mansion, and you have quite interested the boss of the house, who wants to talk to you after I introduced you to the creepypastas living here. He said, Oh my god, I've read about them, and I totally forgot. And now that I think about it, I remember reading about this guy with the blue mask as Eyeless Jack, who eats kidneys. He must have been the one I've heard before I shifted. Oh, okay. Also, is your name by any chance Eyeless Jack? I questioned him to make sure I'm not imagining this. Yes, that's me, the one and only, but you can call me EJ, or just Jack for short. Wow, he does have sarcasm. Great, so can I leave from this room? I kind of feel uncomfortable, I said with sarcasm as well. Okay then, since I came to check on you and you are fine, it would be okay now to introduce you to the others. I smiled at that and then hopped off the medic table and left upstairs, following behind EJ. We went through the long halls and many doors and ended up in the living room where most of the creepypastas were. Hey everyone! EJ shouted for all of them to hear. I would like to introduce Shadow Eyes. My name's Shadow Eyes, I whispered to him. Shadow Eyes! Now tell them about you, and I'll be over there in that chair, okay? He whispered the last few words to me. Okay. I then was kind of nervous, since I was, part wolf and afraid that they would judge me. I saw everyone's gaze upon me, and I just relaxed and just be myself until someone came up to me and spoke up. Hey, so you're that girl Jeff brought. Nice ears. My name is Ben. Ben drowned. Ben smirked and kissed my hand. Okay. Well, that was weird. This guy really is not my type, and if he is trying to do something on me, he will regret it. I smirked and looked around and saw two boys with a mask, one very dark with red eyes and a mouth stitched to it. Let me reread that. I looked around and saw two boys with a mask, one very dark with red eyes and a mouth stitched to it, and wearing an orange hoodie. He also wore some gloves. The other guy had a white feminine mask with the eyes black, mouth as well. He had brown messy type hair and wore a tan jacket. Hi, I'm Tim. Not Tim. Hi, I'm Masky, and this is Hoodie. Would you like some cheesecake? Said the one known as Masky. Well, they seem very friendly. So far, so good. If I do stay here, at least most people will be more decent. No thanks, I'm good. Thank you though. I walked off into the living room and went to sit down on the couch. Then I saw a girl with long black wavy hair, wearing a feminine mask as well, with full black eyes, black lips, and she was wearing a black tight dress that fit her form perfectly. Her skin was also pure white like snow. Hi, she hasn't replied. I was not pleased at how she is already acting towards me. Okay then. She then smirked and walked upstairs, probably to her room. I just turned to the TV and watched whatever was on. So you know Jeff, EJ said, out of nowhere. Yeah, he sort of tried killing me, but failed twice. Oh, really? What happened? Do tell. He just seemed so interested in our fight. I guess if they're killers, they like to know what happened with their friends or family members. Well, I will make it short. At first, he came into my house through my parents' room since they are rarely home. Then I went to check downstairs and I saw nothing until I went to my room when the craziness happened. To be continued to next part. So thank you guys for listening, and hope you guys liked it so far. I'm sorry for some disruptions or whatever, stuttering, pausing stuff. I will try not to do that next time. So yeah, so leave a like, comment, rate, and yeah, subscribe. I love y'all. Ciao.